Hey guys, welcome back. Today I thought I'd do a get ready with me video, so let's get into it. So first things first, I'm gonna do some foundation, and I used the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Makeup in Neutral in shade N2 Classic Ivory. So we'll start it with that. Starting that on my face. Now we'll just blend that in. Just using one of those sponges from the dollar store. I've actually run out of a lot of my makeup recently, and I'm super excited. I actually just recently ordered a bunch of new makeup from BH Cosmetics, so I'm really excited to be able to try that out. When it gets here, I'll definitely make a video on an unboxing of all that stuff and what I got it for. I got the stuff like super cheap. They were having an awesome sale, so I definitely took advantage of it, that's for sure. Actually just recently changed to shade N2. I got this from Shoppers Drug Mart, and I was using N1, and I even had the makeup artist, or the cosmetician there, find me my shade because I'm really bad at it, and she just said, oh yeah, that'd be perfect. So it's like, okay, great. Went home, put it on, and I thought I looked like a complete ghost, which I did, knowing. But a couple months later I went back in and I asked a different cosmetologist, and she said, oh no, that's way too white on you. So she found me the right shade, which was nice. So the next thing I'm going to use is some concealer for under my eyes, and this is the Maybelline New Instant Age Rewind Eraser, dark circle eraser. So it just looks like that. I love the applicator for this. It's just like a little spongy thing, and you just twist it up, and it makes applying super easy. I don't like putting too much on right away. I like putting little bits on at a time, because I find it can make me look kind of cakey sometimes. And we don't want no cake face here. Right? Right. Alright, I think that's good. Notice I had a few blemishes there. There. I do have some dark circles under my eyes, and I love this concealer. It helps get rid of them or hide them, Guess it doesn't get rid of them, it just hides them for a little while. It's awesome. Great. So now I'm going to set my under eyes with the L'Oreal Paris True Match Mineral powder in N1 Soft Ivory. Looks like that. This was the powder when I first went that the cosmetologist said went with the foundation that she got me. But again, like I say, it makes me look like a complete ghost. So now I just use it to set my under eye concealer because I do like that area to be a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter. I don't mind putting it there. And I actually have another powder that I use to set the rest of my face. It's a little bit darker and I find it blends in a lot better. Okay, and now I'm going to set the rest of my face. And this is a pressed powder in G04 Neutral by Avon. Great color. So I'm just going to set the rest of my foundation, rest of my face with this color. Never been one to really cake on my makeup. Very light and natural. Even having some of my skin showing through, my freckles, things like that showing through. Not completely, you know, erasing everything off my face. I just like to put some on just to, you know, even out the skin color a little bit and just not make everything so uneven. Always make sure to bring everything down your neck. You don't want any demarcation lines showing one color up here and one color down there. It's something you definitely don't want. So just drag it down just to make everything even. Because then you'll definitely, if you have that demarcation line, then automatically you will see, yep, they're wearing makeup. And not always, you know, do you want the look of makeup on your face. Sometimes you want it to just be natural. But sometimes, you know, it's nice to show that you're wearing makeup. Make yourself look pretty and all that. Okay, next. Can't find the concealer that I normally use. I usually put it on my eyes to prep for eyeshadow. So I'm just going to use my Instant Age Rewind concealer just to use something as a base up there, because, you know, you don't use anything on your eyelids as a base, has a bigger tendency of coming off a lot faster. Some people like to use eye primers. I've never used an eye primer before. I've only ever just used like a foundation or concealers. Recently I've used concealers. I just find the concealers create a more even base for you to start everything with, so concealers have been what I've been using. Just makes everything stay and stick a lot better. Alright, so that's the face. So next thing we're going to do is brows. So I just use my Jordana Brow Duo in Number 3, dark. I tried using the medium color. I first got the light color, and the light one was obviously way too light, and I got the medium because it looked really dark, and I used that and it was still way too light. My eyebrows looked like orange, so I ended up going back and getting the dark shade after all that, thinking, oh no, I don't have dark brows, but I guess I do. So I just use, oh, I didn't show you. Okay, and then I just normally use the one up top. I find if I use the one on the bottom, my brows just look black, and it's just not a good look for me. And the brush that I'm using is an Ardell angled brow brush, and it has the angled brush side for the powder and then a spoolie side to brush them out when you're done. Oh, you know what I did forget to do? Brush my brows in the direction that I wanted them to go. I try not to fill them in too heavily. And no, this side of my brow, I have not plucked it or waxed it or anything like that. That is just the way my brows are. You can see there's like very little sparse hairs there. Same thing with my forehead. I've just the way my skin and my hair is. For some reason, just doesn't want to grow. Of course, it grows in the places that I don't want it to. And then we just brush that out to make the color look a little more natural. I only put a little bit of powder on my brush at a time because you put too much on there at first and you just get like Sharpie eyebrows. And that does not look good on anybody, believe me. And I try to fill in the inner corner just slightly so it doesn't look, again, like a Sharpie eyebrow. Just a lot more natural. My eyebrows have always been very thin and very sparse ever since I was a little girl, so I actually only just recently, out of all the years that I've actually worn makeup, I've only just recently, within the past few months, actually started filling them in, and I realized how big of a difference having eyebrows makes to your face. So I'm still in the learning stages of filling them in, but it's getting there. I find the slower that you work with them, the better they seem to look. I find if you try and do them too fast, they just come out too harsh and they just don't look natural in any way. Because you want them to blend. And if they don't blend together, then clearly you're not going to have natural looking brows. They're going to know, people are going to look at you and just know automatically, okay, those are not her eyebrows. If you guys have any tips for filling in eyebrows, I would love any and all tips. The eyebrows, I think, are probably the longest part of my makeup routine now. I'd love it if they would come out with a shade that was literally like in between these two, because I feel like this one is like still slightly too light, but the other one, like I say, I find it way too dark, and I have like black eyebrows, and it just doesn't look good. So if you guys have any tips, or maybe a shade that would work better on me that I don't know about, be great. Great to know. Alright, I'm gonna stop messing around with these brows. Another thing I find kind of helps my brows when I don't feel like I can fill them in good enough yet, I just put a little bit of powder on top of them, and I find it kind of just makes the color overall of my natural brow and the brow color that I've applied a little more natural, because it softens it a little bit. So I just find that helps them blend together a little bit better too. I just put a little bit on. I don't want to put too much on top because I don't want to be, and I don't swipe because I don't want to swipe the color off. I just put a little bit on top and I just pat just to help even out all the color. Blend it together a bit better. There. Alright. So the next thing we're going to do is a little bit of eyeshadow. And I think I'm just gonna, most of the time I just do neutrals. I just work in neutrals, and I think that's what I'm gonna do today, just to play it safe. And this is just a really, really old but favorite color of mine. I honestly have no idea. Actually, yes I do. I know where I got this from. I got this from Shoppers Drug Mart. It's used so much. I think it was, you know what, I'm not even gonna say because I don't really know. I have a feeling it was like Bonnie Bell or something like that, some cheap brand like that, and I'm gonna use this neutrally brown right there. As you can see, I've hit pan on it, so I like the color. So I'm just gonna, I have no idea where the brushes that I had for applying my eyeshadow, so I'm just gonna use the little applicator that it comes with. Just sweep that all over. And I just kind of I sweep it over to this corner, the outer corner a bit more. Build up that side. It's really pretty. It's like a brownish, beigeish, but it has a like a shimmer in it. It's not like chunky glitter or anything like that. It's just a very neutral. I don't know if the camera can pick it up. It's really, really beautiful. This is definitely the color that I wear the most. As you can see by me hitting pan. Definitely try to make them as even as I can. Sometimes that doesn't always happen, but hey, we're going with it. There. Alright, we're gonna leave that at that. If I kind of go out of the shape that I want a little bit, I just take the sponge that I was using for my foundation, and I just tap it over the area. No excess product or anything, just let what's left on the sponge. And that just helps clean it up a little bit. And now I'm going to put on some eyeliner, I'd say. We'll do eyeliner next. Okay. I've just recently been getting in, I actually got this in my Julep subscription box a couple months ago, and I've just started using these like felt tip pen liquid eyeliners. I've never cared for the liquid eyeliners before when they had like the little brush and you like dipped it in. Never been any good at that, but these I find work really well. I've been practicing with them and I've been liking them a lot better. And you watch now that I say I've been practicing with them, I'll probably mess up. But anyway. Oh, sorry, I don't think you guys could see that at all. What I try to do with it is I just kind of like start from the inner corner and I draw kind of like the outline of it, and then I go from my lash line up, and that's how I get my wing, and then I just fill it in. As I'm sure many of you have had this problem, you start out thin and then you mess up and you have to make it a little thicker. Alright, so that's the top liner for that eye. Still practicing, still working on it. My eyes are so shaky. That is how you don't get a good line, is if your eyes are like shaking like crazy, and or your hand. Sorry guys, I'm not talking too much through the eyeliner. I just find I really gotta focus on it. Oh. And there's the liner for that eye. Alright, so I think we're good for the top liner. Not the best, not perfect, I know, but like I said, I'm working on it. Alright, so next thing we're gonna do curl the upper lashes, and we're gonna do some bottom liner and mascara. And I like to hold and kind of like pulse the lash. I find it gives it a really good curl. I usually think about 10 pulses is pretty good. Gives a pretty good curl to the lash. think. I think I got all of them there. Okay, and now we're gonna do some bottom liner before we do the top mascara. And I just use like an eye kohl, a really creamy eye pencil. And this one is from, oh wait. No, I didn't want to use that one, just a sec. Wrong one. There we go, here's the one I wanted to use. This one is Julep Eye Glider in, it's actually a dual one. And it has shimmer brown on this side, and the other side is called Carbon Black. Just gonna take that. Just trace my waterline. I like to get it right into the corner and match it up with the line from my top liner. And then when I get to the corner here, I like to come over and meet it up in the corner there with the top liner that I used there. Just so it all blends together really well. This one's pretty good. It lasts quite a while. I have to say I do like it. Okay, that's the liner. So now I'm going to be using Professional CoverGirl All-in-One Waterproof Mascara. Just looks like that. And this is in Very Black. I like to do a couple coats, but I like to let the first coat dry and then put the next one on top. That's one coat. I love false eyelashes, but I don't wear them on a day-to-day basis. I haven't had a very good experience with false lashes. I don't know if it's just inexperience or what, but I know they do take a lot of practice to get right. I've recently starting to put the mascara on the bottom lashes, just a really thin coat. Just to show that they're there. Right, there we go. That's the mascara. And now last thing, or second to last thing I should say, is we're gonna do lips. But this is the second to last product we're gonna use. So this is a BH Cosmetics Cream Luxe lipstick in Forever Nude. And I put a bit of chapstick on my lips before we started because they were getting really dry. And this was just Aquafina lip balm. Has almond oil and vitamin E, and it really helps soothe dry lips if you have dry lips. Just try and pat that off a little bit. And then to top it off, I like to use my NYX Butter Gloss. These things are so creamy. I love them. And this is NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee, and I find it lays really nice over any nude lipstick. Or if you're trying to nude out or tone down, maybe a more pink lipstick, brown lipstick, red lipstick even, it goes really nice with almost any color. just gotten into wearing lipsticks past year or so. Something I've always wanted to try was one of those matte lipsticks. I think it looks so nice. Just kind of like to see what it looks like and how it feels, really. Alright. And that's it, guys. That here is the completed look. So that's the completed look. That's just a simple, nothing too fancy, just pretty simple get ready with me. So if you'd like to see more videos like this, and if you like this, then please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you want to see more, and please leave me a comment below letting me know what other kind of videos you'd like to see. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.